Myself, Dr. Yogesh Waman. Okay, I have done my bachelor in naturopathy medicines as well as I have done my MS Masters in sports medicines. So when we speak about the child obesity, there are three factors very responsible to become a child to become obese. One is a lack of physical activity. Second is a wrong dietary habits. Third is sedentary lifestyles, and fourth is a behavior or psychological factors. So dietary food habit, it means that now our serving size of a food has increased. Then we learn from the advertisement that thanda matlab Coca-Cola. So we inbuild in their habit pattern that if you want to get cold or chilled, then you need to drink a Coca-Cola. So high calories consumptions, they give them the burger, we give them the pizza, we give them all junk varieties of food, and the traditional micronutrient food has completely changed over the years, and it has taken the call with junk food. So the second part is a lack of exercise. So we never encourage our kids to go outside and play. We never encourage them to do a cycling. Maybe the reason is that like we are worried about the crimes outside, we are worried about the traffic outside. So we never encourage them. But we should make them understand that only walking and cycling is not an exercise. Even apart from that, yoga is the best exercise. They can do at home, they can do it at one place, they can go for playing on weekends. So this really helps to increase the physical activity. Third part is sedentary activities. So what is the cheap sedentary? Like the kid is sitting at the home and he's watching the TV, he's speaking on the phone, he's Google and browsing, and the studies ultimately. But studies, we cannot cut down the time. Reason is that because that is very important for academics. But we can cut down the timings on the watching the TV and then browsing the internet. So those things can be cut down. Okay, so initially phase there is one term, we call it a parent modeling. Okay, so the parent has to be modeled to his kid or his children. So initially the 10 years of a phase of this children's life is very crucial, and you know, all the children's learns from the parent by the observation. So if you're following the right pattern of eating, if you're following the right pattern of physical activity, if you are following the right pattern of yoga, then a diet part, then obviously the children will be learning from that observation from that, and then the children's habit will be perfectly fine. That is one thing. Second thing, we should encourage the physical activity. So we should ask, as a parent should have a role to increase the physical activity by taking him out for the activity, ask him to walk, ask him to go out and play the things. That is two. Third thing should be a family involvement. So not only parent can change the thing, but the family has to be involved. And traditionally we say that, you know, if the kid is a fatty, then we say it is an attractive kid, and and that attractive kid is referred as a healthy kid, but it is not. He is an obese kid. So the family has to play a role to support the structure, support the diet pattern in the house, and to support the health of kid. So the diet should be like, you know, traditionally micronutrient filled. So we should consider protein, we should consider carbohydrate, we consider the fat is equally important. So a general overall the diet pattern should be at least 50% of should be of vegetables, then it should be of fruits, or it should be a milk products, and then the 25% should be a completely cereal. So either it can be a rice or it can be wheat, and the 20% of a plate should be with a protein rich stuff, so the low fat meals and the pulses and the dals. And the second point has to be done, we need to limit the high calorie diet. So whatever the healthy dish we are cooking at home, make sure that it becomes more healthier, right? So rather than adding the white sugar for the sweetness, make sure of use of honey so that the food becomes a sweet. That is second thing. Third things, we should make sure that we should cut down the maximum of junk food. So reduce the quantity of junk food getting into the house. If you are not getting much of junk food inside the house, then it is sure that the kid will be not consuming more.